Be my second video for today, but I keep it on a daily schedule, so yeah. So right now we have my dogs being very annoying after the video of yesterday's video, or whatever, whenever I post this, you know. So today I went out. It was a pretty normal day. What happened in my last video, the one about the phones, the help I can't put my phone down and all that. So I was going through and I was annoyed and really was not in a good mood. So today I just went to tech class then, and we have a sub here, alright? And I'll say his name was Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith he looked alright. He was alright. I mean, nothing too weird. But I went inside, and turns out our teacher did not give him any sort of thing for our class roster. Maybe she just didn't have one printed out yet because our second quarter only started 2 days ago. Or yesterday, yeah. So maybe that was it. And so then he's like, okay, if you notice anybody missing, just tell me. And that makes sense because he's running out of options here. And he looks over at the phone bin, which is some stupid thing my tech teacher puts there, because apparently all teachers think that whenever you have a phone, you just have to use it. Like, they're just a heck of a lot more strict with this. I can't wait till I get to high school when they're not yelling at me about having your phone on you and not even using it. The worst that's happened to me is getting called, but having a deaf teacher turning the phone off. That's nothing really too bad, and my teacher didn't even notice, and that was just for what, 2 seconds? I'm not too bad about this. I mean, there are some kids bad out there. Anyways, that's not my point. So this sub was pretty peculiar, because I think maybe he was just trying to be mean to this girl. Her name, I guess, will be Maddie for this. So Maddie was trying to get by to put her phone in the bin, and Mr. Smith over here is kind of in the way because he's like counting how many kids are there so he can do whatever attendance he can. And once Maddie tries to slip through, she's like, "Excuse me," and he's like, and then the teacher goes like, "What, are you calling me fat?" And Maddie was just like, "Well, no, not at all. It's just you were taking up space and I needed to get through." And that, I see, could be a little offending, and he was all getting angry. And now I think he was trying to pull a prank on this girl. Mr. Smith then went over to the desk, and he had a paper on it, and he got a pen out. He was like, click, and then he was asking, "What's her name?" And all the friends were, and this girl Maddie, she was scared. And then I just want to have one good video without pugs ruining it. So anyways, so Maddie was getting scared. Stop! You wanna go fight over Rawhide, go fight somewhere else. So, she was getting scared, even to the point she was denying what her name was. And, Mr. Smith is like, "What's her name?" And all asking everybody, and they're like, "It's Maddie." And then they look on then he's like, "Oh, I know the fastest way to figure this out." I do not blame him. That was pretty smart of him. All he did was open up the binder and look at one of the papers and read the names, and it was Maddie. That's not her real name, but It's what I'm calling it. So then he goes over, and here, I'll do what he was doing. He's like, with this sheet of paper right here, he's like writing like this. Of course, Maddie can't see that because she's in the row behind me, and I'm in the first row, and I'm like, bro, what are you trying to do here? And meanwhile, my friend said he's got this on voice recording, and I'm like, oh man, give it to me. I'll use it for the video. But no. So here he was. He's like, Maddie was calling me fat. No respect. And she was just getting scared and everything. And I was laughing. Of course, I had to be getting work done, and he started looking at me. I'm like, man, I'm not doing anything. I'm innocent, man. And I just got back to my work. And then he actually did write something out, I think, in this next part, because our class was getting a little loud, and I think he was saying like loud, obnoxious, because I heard him quietly whispering all that. And then several boys were like, all of a sudden had to go to the bathroom, and that is pretty weird. And this kid was like making the one mistake you should never do with any teacher. Can I go to the bathroom? And immediately the teacher goes, well, I don't know whether or not you can do certain things. I don't know if your bowel movements work differently than mine. And it's like, oh, and of course this kid is so dumb, he doesn't know what he's saying by bowel movements, and I'm just like, oh God, man, what is wrong with you? And so then Mr. Smith is all just telling him, just go, I don't want to know. And he's just being weird about it now. And then another boy asks, at least he said, may I go to the bathroom? And he's like, no, wait for the other boy to come back, doing whatever weird stuff he's doing. And so my friend here waits. Then eventually the boy comes back, and he's like, alright, now can I go to the bathroom? And he was like, why do you have to be so demanding? I'm the adult here. Why? So, why do you have to be so demanding? I'm the adult here and all that jazz. And he eventually just went to the bathroom just because he was being annoying. I don't know whether or not he was trying to be mean to them or prank them. It just was crazy. Anyways, that is all for this time. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment below what you think was going on here. And if you're interested in guitar, Nerf, or Happy Wednesdays, please subscribe. It's free. Anyways, I'm obviously, it's time to peace out.